Good morning and welcome back to the channel. It's beautiful to have you here. Today, very quickly, we're going to be discussing the circular model economy. Circular model economy and what it is important for us as scientists to understand. Now, the circular model economy is a way of doing things. A way of doing things and running an economy of a country in such a way that we want to have as little waste as possible. It's a method that tries to eliminate waste in all its forms, by working on scientific processes, agricultural processes, and manufacturing and industrial processes in such a way that anything that is generated as a waste can be used for another process. Now, this is important, and it's important for us to understand this as scientists because it will impact the way we do science, impact the direction of our research, and impact the kind of things we want to do in our research. Before, there was a linear model that was being followed, and the linear model took the path of take, make, and discard. Take, make, and discard. So you take a raw material, you make something out of it, you process it industrially, you use it, and then you discard. And that was the former economy. That's how it was being run. But now, in this age of sustainability, of green initiatives, and many different things that are coming on, the idea is now to have a circular model economy. It's an economy in which every material, every resource is responsibly used. And when it is used, the byproducts that are generated from the industrial processes, to make different products, these byproducts are even taken and then used for other purposes. So the idea is to keep waste to its barest minimum. Now, what are some of the key principles of this circular model economy? One of the key principles is it's very heavy on waste and pollution. So this economy wants to eliminate anything that looks like waste or like pollution. So the idea is that as industrial processes are going forward, as scientific processes are going forward and research, the general idea is that anything that is produced as a product of this system is used. And those things, those chemicals, those resources that are looked at as byproducts or waste products before can be used for something effective, can be used for any other effective thing. And also, it's big on, working on the environment. We want to be very careful with the environment to make sure that we do not harm the environment with our activities in industry, in science, in tech, in mathematics. All that we're trying to produce must be something or products that do not harm the environment in any way. So the idea is to keep products and materials perpetually in use. So we have products, we have materials, we have biomasses, we keep them perpetually in use. As byproducts are generated, they are being used in other systems, they are being used as manure, they are being used for very other many processes. So the idea is that the system remains without having any form of waste. And this is very important for us to understand in the circular model. The circular model is very interested in resource efficiency. The circular model wants to make sure that resources are used in the best possible way. You don't just have the indiscriminate use of biomasses of different biological matter. There must be responsible use of these different biological matters. Also, it looks at extending the shelf life. The shelf life of different products is very important to be able to extend shelf life of different processes, to build in preservatives, to build in processes, to build in materials that make sure that the shelf life of products can be, lengthened. So this is an important part of this circular economy model. It also works to make sure that byproducts of industrial processes, are used up in other important ways and methods. Now, examples of ways in which we key into this circular economy is one, our biorefineries. We have a video where we've talked about biorefineries, so you can search it out and listen to it. So biorefineries are there, and the biorefineries are there to use biological matter, biomass, biological matter, to use them, and then make new products from these biological matter. New products such as biofuels, biogases. So, and these products can help to drive economy. So it's important that we use different products that are from biological matter and we use them to make newer products, that can be used by in whatever we do. There's also electronic repair. It's important that electronic products can be repaired easily. It's important that the component parts of these products are such that they can be replaced very easily with materials that are readily available. So this is part of sustainability. Sustainability doesn't want to look at electronics being produced and being discarded once they spoil. It's important that they can be repaired, they can be reused, they can be recycled. Also, there's the issue of recycling of waste. This is very important. So today we are looking very big into the issue of bioplastics. To have plastics that you can put materials, you can put biological agents in such plastics to make them biodegradable, so that they don't cause problem or havoc to the environment. This is important. Also, wastewater treatment, wastewater plants. In developed countries, you have municipal systems where you have water in a sort of closed loop system. A closed loop system in which water that is generated from industrial waste, from human waste, from domestic use, is gathered and is treated and, turned back into potable, reusable water that is clean, clear, potable, and then standard water, and is still pumped back into homes and industries. This kind of system is a closed loop. There's very little waste material that is generated, and all the water that even comes back as wastewater is still treated and reused again. So this kind of system is what we are looking at when we have a circular model of economy. These are all really important. And some of the pluses, the advantages for having this system is that it improves resource efficiency, improves environmental sustainability, improves shelf life of products. Many improvements like that. And also helps to fight climate change, because all these processes also have a way of affecting climate change, of affecting the ozone layer, of affecting different things that, affect us as human beings. So that is the circular model economy in summary. It's the economy where we are looking at, having a system where there is no waste. Anything that looks like waste or that feels like waste, we have a way of finding use for that thing, so that we generate very minimal waste. And even that which we look at as waste can still be used as biomanure, can be used, as materials for different industries. Thank you for listening. Remember to like, share, comment, ask us questions. We're here to stay. Have a wonderful day.